it really a case of bye then for Harry and Meghan? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Thank you for joining me today. Yes, well, I'm done in now. Don't know about you, wherever you were watching it around the world, or indeed if you were in London for those spectacular Jubilee celebrations. Thank you for coming. If you did come, I hope you enjoyed our country. Hope you enjoyed our hospitality. For those that are really struggling today, not just, they celebrate, I'm just worn out. Party at the Palace wore me out. That Diana Ross, she knows how to party. Even if she is a bit upside down, fans will get that clue. But on a serious note, we've got a tube strike today as well. So it's making it really difficult for people to get around, including me. Buses are packed. I'm wondering, should I get one of those things, where you zip around? What are they called? Scooter things? Never been on one for years. You do kind of worry whether you could stay on it, don't you? Best not. We need to keep going. Back as ever to your breaking roll story of the day. This particular story really centres on, of course, Harry and Meghan, who popped over as an invitation really from Our Gracious Majesty the Queen for, of course, the Platinum Jubilee celebrations, which were wonderful, spectacular, and everything wonderful that we could have wished for, truly. I don't know about you. I thought the actual shows, the light events, the pageantry, wasn't it nice seeing the hologram, by the way, of Her Majesty the Queen inside the golden coach? Spooky, but great. I wonder, of course, when Her Majesty's watching things like that, what goes through her mind, because, of course, she was there living it at that period, and to see herself back in that coach all those years ago must have been really strange, But Harry and Meghan, yes, they've sloped off. They've gone back via private jet from a private airfield just outside London. That's it. They've gone, said goodbye, or not, as the case may be. So let me explain. It did appear, according to a very good source, that Harry and Meghan were hoping for some kind of reconciliation, Basically, hard to believe, but this is true. They thought that they could have these sort of talks about what they'd said and what had been said. And now what gets interesting here is nothing had been said, of course, by the British monarchy. They never responded at all to the now infamous interview with Oprah Winfrey. But I think it was Harry more than Meghan that was hoping to sort of try and clear the air, move forward, that sort of stuff. But as we now know, Prince William was incredibly busy alongside the beautiful Duchess of Cambridge, just didn't really have the time. The invite really stipulated that Her Majesty the Queen would like Harry and Meghan, as part of their family, to come over and help celebrate the Jubilee. That's really where it started and ended. I think Harry and Meghan really had a real stark realisation at the booing outside, of course, St Paul's Cathedral. Whichever way their PR people want to spin it, claiming it's activists and not real, all that sort of stuff, it really must have been a stark reminder of just how much their star had fallen. When you think about it, just a couple of years ago, they would have been the #1 star attraction on the balcony, and I think it's really difficult. But why did they slope off without saying goodbye, according to some sources? Well, it was simple, really. I kind of think the bottom line was this. Harry and Meghan, as I say, felt they'd done their duty. They weren't really wanting to go to anything else. There was nothing else left for them to, shall we say, participate in. They could have attended, as I say, the party in the palace, and they could have attended the brilliant celebratory pageant, which I thought was really good. But again, they couldn't really sit in the royal box, which just seemed, in some cases, I think, a little bit curt. But of course, that is royal protocol. So consequently, they decided, well, no more for us then. Might as well return home. I said recently, they are returning home to some very dark days, lawsuits, TV shows that are now not happening, and hopefulness for the future, including, of course, the book deal, the documentary of Invictus, stuff like that. But it's all rather shaky ground, isn't it? Particularly for somebody like Prince Harry, who's never really had to battle on this sort of terra firma before. It's not an easy ride when you are now a company, a brand, and more importantly, you're unsure of your future. This is Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's future right now, as it was spelled out to them by senior members of the monarchy. You walk away, and you walk away for good. As ever, when I know more about exactly their next movements, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.